right. So there are many times, it's my experience, and I can only speak from my perspective and point of view, where yoga comes really handy. Not because we're doing it for that self-interest, right? That's farthest from the intention of yoga. The intention of yoga is to develop that muscle of love, right? How do we understand love in every aspect, on the way that we move and the way that we breathe and the way that we relate to our body and the environment around us? But there were moments in our life where we need tools. And so how can we apply these little things, insignificant seemingly things that we practice in our yoga sessions? So for example, the breathing. How is that coming handy? When there's moments of pressure, right? We fortunately or unfortunately, we live in a world of relationships. And those relationships are less than perfect because the individuals involved in those relationships are less than perfect. So how do we negotiate that? What is understanding from the loving perspective, from the yoga perspective, to be able to negotiate that relationship? How can we be in relationship to self, in relationship to our physical body, in relationship to our food, into relationship with money, into relationship to our work, into relationship with our studies, into our neighbors, into our family, into the businesses that we go and visit, into relationship, into traffic? There's always this interaction. And how the things that we practice in yoga might interfere or help us into negotiating that. And so one of the clear concepts is to answer the question of, who am I? Am I this physical body? Am I the hand? Am I my head? Am I my beautiful face or ugly face, depending on my day? So who am I? So we never say that I am the face, right? I always say this is my face, and who's the I talking behind all that? So even in that level, we understand in a very subconscious way that we are not the physical body. We're not this material expression. Is simply an opportunity to have the physical body, a very precious and valuable opportunity, a very special tool that we have. So yoga really answers that question by giving us a little bit deeper understanding. It's not an intellectual understanding, but it's developing, again, that sense of spiritual intelligence to understand that we are more than just the physical body. And sometimes we think that we're just our thoughts, or we're just the mind even. But it goes beyond that, because our true identity is spiritual, and all the other things are material, including the mind and including our thoughts, our intellect. So our relationships, how do we relate to others, is usually from the external portion out. And so are those things worth distracting our minds with, or can we really focus on what is the process? What is the intention behind all that? What am I learning as a spirit soul? What am I learning in my spiritual perspective of this opportunity? And sometimes we curse at the opportunity because it might not be very pleasant, but they're all just very wonderful times to just learn deeply. So as we use the tools of yoga, as we go through our movement or meditation, we can allow ourselves to learn to let go from this necessity of controlling the circumstance and surrendering more as we inhale to the learning behind it, to the lesson behind that. And we hold or embrace that energy as much as we need to, and then we let go of the next thing, or maybe the same thing that we need to focus again. This idea that we are done once and we are expected to be resolving an issue in one breath is, again, not realistic. And the inhalation engages the body, the mind, into, again, logging into that connection inside. And the things that are temporary, we let them go. How much control do we have over somebody else's body or thinking or process or karma or reaction of all the lives that they have lived? And the breath helps us and reminds us that everything starts by letting, by opening, by creating space, by surrendering things out. That we pause and we appreciate the breath that comes in when it comes in through our nostrils. That we are able to maybe stay for a second in a sense of gratitude and embrace that breath and really let it sip into every tissue of our body until we're ready to one more time continue the process, to cleanse, to exhale, to surrender, to pause for a second, to feel the present moment. In gratefulness, to observe the inhalation that expands and opens the entire body. That we hold it and embrace it again as deeply as your body needs to. And maybe the exhalation surrenders one last time as the mind calms, as we let go of the rest of the day and become present as we lift the left arm around and inhale, as if the left hand comes towards the right shin, knee, thigh, hip, and then exhale as if your torso is leaning over that right leg and twisting over the right thigh as little, as much as your body needs to. And we hold it for a second, making sure that the arms are balanced, that not one arm is doing all the pressure, that one arm might be farther away to release the pressure on that shoulder or joint. As the inhalation extends and opens slowly the spine. One more time, feel that your abdomen, your belly button area looks gently in towards the direction of that right inner thigh. And then coming back into the inhalation, walking your hands in, slowly releasing gently as you sit upright, the exhalation through the length of your hips. Allow the opposite leg to cross over if your legs are crossed, finding the opposite foot in between calf and thigh, in front of the shin, on top of the hip. It doesn't matter. And let your legs settle as you breathe out. One more time, breathing in to extend and lengthen and become aware of the extension of the spine and torso, and the right hand crosses over towards the opposite direction. It doesn't matter which leg's in front. And your body and gently inhales forward over the left thigh, and your arms adjust. One hand farther forward, farther in. Maybe your right arm is wider, so you have your chest slowly parallel towards the ground. And with every exhalation, you can feel the contraction of the abdomen and the extension of the spine, breathing in, expanding the crown of the head without forcing knees and ankles. One more time, feel your body breathing long extension and surrender as you exhale. It doesn't matter how far it looks like. It's not about expectations. Inhale, bring your body. Again, allow your body to give context to the things that you're doing right now. Is this the permanent thing? Can I allow my legs and knees to slowly roll off the ground and contract them gently off the floor as my legs extend in front of my body, and I feel that my heels press gently out, and allowing my hands to support my the ground behind my hips, maybe to the sides of the hips, maybe to the sides of your legs, as long as the shoulders are not lifted, and we can let the shoulders slowly drawn out. I can allow the toes to flex and roll the knees or the feet actually like windshield wipers towards the right side of your body. And so what does it feel like when we rotate the legs out to the right side? Are my knees locked? Am I moving only through your kneecaps, or can I find the root of my thighs? And maybe my hands help to rotate that thigh through the root of the leg into the hip area. My toes and heels and legs rotate out to the side, and my tummy and back support, and your jaw draws in, the crown extends. One more time, breathing into this pose. Shoulders are wide as I exhale kindly, and raising the toes as I inhale, to move them exactly towards the opposite direction, not forward, not out. It's not through the ankles, it's not through the knees, it's through the root of your legs. And so where do you feel that movement? Is your abdomen activating the movement, or can you slowly lengthen the torso, pressing the hips, and alleviate any pressure, any overextension as you exhale, and your legs softly move deeper towards your left, not because you're muscling your way into it. You're allowing your extension to broaden your shoulders, to use your hands to expand your chest and lengthen the crown. And as your body exhales, so your tummy, slowly bring your toes back to center as you're inhaling, out to the right side of your body as you exhale, very, very gently. move out, retract when you're inhaling towards the center, tall toes. Exhale towards your left, and not because you're muscling, you're moving slowly. Your inner thighs, inhale, raise as you breathe in, not rushing towards the right side. Can you feel, again, the trochanter, the root of that epiphysis of the femur to slowly come into the hip, and then exhale towards the opposite side. Again, those muscles that move into the right and the left hip, raise your toes. Last time, can you feel your body moving gently to fine range, to inhale, extending towards the sky, to exhale, to move towards the left, bringing your toes back to center. Exhale, pointing your toes out in front of your body as if you're just opening the top of your feet, the muscles on top of your toes, the shins, extending gently the ankle area while your thighs are holding your kneecaps, and you breathe in. And maybe your hands slide over your thighs and over your shins, and you press softly towards your legs, and maybe towards your ankles, maybe towards the top of your feet, maybe towards the top of your toes, and your body presses deeply as your body rounds your back. Give yourself enough room in your back, in your hamstrings, contracting the belly, sinking the chest, drawing the chin in, finding one more time that your body really expands all the way through. And then kindly inhale, walking your toes up into perpendicular and flexing them even deeper towards your shins while your torso raises up. Exhale, press your heels out, contract your thighs, your quads, raise your arms if your body allows it towards the sky as your heels of your feet press forward, and find your calf muscles, find your thigh muscles, hold the joints of your ankle, of your knee, of the hips, abdomen support. One more time, raise the rib cage and let your body exhale slowly. Hands onto your thighs, knees, or as low as your body needs to extend the toes forward and round the spine all the way towards the ground, and let your body inhale, contracting your toes, raising slowly. It's not rushing, it's slowly and methodically feeling the body moving. And then exhale slowly, moving your toes, moving your spine, rounding your back, tucking your chin. Inhale, flexing slowly the toes, slowly extending the arms, range your movement through your breath. One more time, move your body. Exhale slowly, all the way gently in front of your body. And then come up, inhale towards the sky. Raise, raise, raise. Inhale, inhale. And then your body, exhale, move your arms wide around to the sides of your body, very, very gently. Breath in, raise your right knee as you flex it, your right leg, foot into the ground, and allow your right hand to hold the right knee and the left hand to exhale into the right ankle. Breathe in and move the right knee slightly wide as if you're just moving it wider outside your body. And so what do you find in your hips? Can you find the right hand giving you support in that knee, not just pushing, but supporting that knee, that the left hand holds the right ankle close to the inner thigh towards the groin area without forcing. Use your hands, use your fingers, touch the joint. And when your body's ready, maybe leaning gently forward as if you're just coming towards the right side of your body, very gently. It's not all the way out to the right, is almost 45 degrees between your knee and your left leg, and your body settles and your elbows are softened, and you allow your spine to reach forward and your neck never carries tension, and let your abdomen contract. One more time, do not raise your left hip. Exhale, feel your body reaching and forward extending. Last long deep breath. How far is your body willing to just let go and exhale? And it's about breathing through your body and then feeling that your body retracts back, inhales and raises as many breaths it takes you to come to your own upright position. Exhale to settle through your hips, and then raise your right knee slowly up towards the sky, breathing in, and allow your right leg to slowly extend gently in front of your body, reaching out. So your left leg then contracts in, sole of the foot to the ground. Exhale, right hand to the ankle, left hand towards the left knee, and slowly moving that left hip a little bit wide. Doesn't have to be forced, and do not twist your ankle or knee. Less is always more. Find your body breathing in. Your right leg is really stretched and aligned. And as you exhale, your body maybe moves a little bit towards the left thigh or in between your right leg and your left knee in 45 degrees. And your body exhales and opens, and you're holding the joints. You're not overextending. You're not tensing, and finding what is the sense of extension of your spine, of your back, of your neck. Are you shrugging the shoulders? Am I contracting over extending my body? Can I feel my jaw drawing in? Can I find the last long exhalation as if the hips are gently coming deeper, gently towards the ground? And when the body's ready, allow your hands to press slowly into the yoga mat, to round, to raise, to extend. Exhale, raise the left knee gently into the body and allow your left leg to extend all the way forward and out. Allow your right leg one more time to contract in and feel that your right leg is slowly supported, and bring your right hand behind you. Your left hand is going to hold the right knee. The left hand is going to hold the right shin. The left hand is going to come in between your thigh and chest, and then press the back side of that left arm, elbow, or tricep on the outside of the right knee. Again, it doesn't mean that more is better, right? And we tend to overdo things and strain that joint of the shoulder. So soften that left shoulder. Bring your right shoulder back so your chest opens, and wherever you are, allow your body to twist into this pose. Breath in and feel that your body is not leaning back, is not collapsing towards the ground, but is staying as tall as it needs to be. And so where is the pressure? Is the right hand on the tip of the fingers? Is it on the root of the fingers? Can you connect to your triceps? Can you find your shoulders? Can you find your belly? Can you find your rib cage? 2 more times. Feel that your body breathes and extends, and your jaw draws in and the crown that is extended towards the sky. One last long inhalation. Feel your body opening. And as the body exhales, contract your belly. Slowly open the shoulders. Inhale through the crown of the head. And then release. Slowly soften the elbows, the hands, the arms. Allow your body to slowly exhale. Bring that your right leg extends forward as you breathe in. Allow your left leg then to contract, to place the sole of your foot to the ground, to feel that your right hand comes into your shin, into your knee on the left, across your chest and thighs, so the back of the right hand touches gently the outside of your left leg. It doesn't matter. Find your belly, find your left hand secure, that you're not raising the left shoulder, that your clavicles are as extended away from the center of your chest as possible on both sides, that your belly is really moving and you can feel that you're pressing into your tummy, that your back is long, that your head is not tense, that you're looking slowly in the most comfortable position for your neck and head to allow a full twist. And we're wringing the body, right? We're squeezing parts of the body. Feel it's okay to investigate and to pay attention. What is that feeling? Where is my right leg? To pay attention on how am I aligning to this position? Can I contract and support and open to my own feeling, the entire body one last time, breathing deeply into this pose. And then as your body exhales, wherever you are, your right hand undoes and your left shoulder and hand support the movement, and your torso comes back to the center, your left leg extends forward. Allow your body to exhale, breathe kindly. Allow your body to open your legs at least to the corners of your yoga mat and reach slowly with both hands towards your thighs, maybe towards your knees, maybe towards your ankles, maybe towards your feet, maybe over the soles of your feet. Completely relevant. It's not a challenge for your body right now. Your body is just warming up. Exhale and slowly soften your neck, your shoulders. Allow the heels to press out. Tuck in your toes, open the bottom of your feet, muscles and tendons and fascia, the connective tissue in the soles of your feet, stretch. The heels extend away from your calves. That means the tendon of your heel, or the Achilles tendon that connects to the back of your lower leg, and then those muscles, the gastrocnemius muscles in the back of your lower leg, connect to the back of your kneecap. And how do they connect? What is the relationship? How are we negotiating that? How does that feel for your body to abdomen contract and contract your thighs so the hamstrings can also stretch? Are my hips able to move a little bit? Are my legs wide enough? Are my elbows and shoulders tensing? Last breath in to expand your torso. So if you're just moving a little bit farther forward, and when your body's ready, allow your hands to slowly walk in gently towards your knees, towards your thighs, towards your hips. Exhale very, very gently. Allow your right knee to contract, to slowly flex it in, that the right heel is slowly coming towards the groin area, and then drop slowly. By lifting the left glute, you're going to drop the outside of that right leg, bringing the left knee to flex, to contract, and see if your left leg opens the thigh farthest away from the body, with the left glute as tall as you need to, and the left heel as far away from the glute or as close into the glute as your knee and ankle, and you comfortably stay in this position. Then find your body exhaling, and maybe your right hand stays on the ground and your left hand stays on the hip, or your left hand comes towards the right foot, or your left hand comes towards the ground, and maybe your torso looks towards the right knee, and maybe you're able to open that left hip flexor, the left thigh, your quad muscles, and maybe your body's able to slowly look over the right thigh and reach out through that right knee as your body lengthens forward. It doesn't matter how far. Do not lift the right hip. Stay on the right side of the right leg, on the outer thigh muscles. Find your spine lengthen. Feel the inhalation extending the crown. Your hands and arms just help you for support. Feel that you're really opening the glutes, the outer thigh muscles when your body's ready. Exhale all the way through, and maybe the body's able to slowly press with your hands, making sure your ankle, your knee, your hip joints are able to support the movement, and maybe the body is able to allow the right hand to come all the way behind your body and the left hand to cross over towards the right or flexed knee or thigh or foot or heel, and your body looks slowly towards the right side of your body, and you can extend as if you're just reaching back through that right shoulder, opening the abdomen, open the chest, looking out towards the right side. Maybe the left arm slowly opens a little bit higher towards the hip, across the waist, maybe towards the sky. Maybe the left arm comes over the head and you reach slowly behind, as if you're just really giving opportunity for those quad muscles to stretch. Allow the palm hand to be staying on the ground on the right side without forcing the wrist, the elbow, or the right shoulder. And then we breathe as if you're opening the chest, as if you're just really extending the entire underarm, left side of your ribs. One more time. Open that left lung. Feel that your lung tissue is just healing by just simply giving the opportunity to expand and open. Last one time. Your diaphragm presses against the lungs and open the left side of your body gently. Every opportunity counts, and let your left arm slowly soften, your right hand to come gently forward. Bring the weight away from that left knee so your left leg easily raises off the ground, and extend your left leg out forward in front of your body, raising your right knee. Exhale both legs gently in front of your body, as wide as the corners of your mat or wider, and your hands come slowly towards your thighs, towards your knee, towards your shins, towards the ankles, towards the toes, towards the soles of your feet, and your knees are never locked, your elbows are never locked, and your spine lengthens out. Breath in. Press kindly if you want to add intensity through your heels. Flex your toes. Allow your legs to extend rather than soften through your joints. The opposite is also true. If you want less intensity, or if the body is less able to go any deeper than that, it's perfectly okay to adjust and to modify it. And what does it feel to exhale? Are you breathing out? Are you letting your body just really exhale and breathe out, and let your hands walk slowly as you're inhaling back upright at your own pacing, not mine. It's not my rhythm of breath, is yours. And allow your left knee to slowly flex and contract, bringing the left heel into your groin and opening the left leg to the outside of your body, while your right knee raises, flexes, and moves as far out to the outside of my body. So my right glute is really lifted. My hip flexors are really extended on the left side, and I stay on my left hand if this is as much as my body's going to go. Or maybe my body's able to slowly come a little bit taller. I can feel how my quads benefit from the extension. I can feel how my inner thighs connect into the movement, and my torso looks directly towards the left thigh. And maybe your arms come wide enough that you allow the torso to slowly lean forward over that inner thigh, as your abdomen, as your chest slowly lengthens forward, and your head extends farthest, and your hands always adjust into whichever is most appropriate for your shoulders, or they're open. Can you really listen to your body and move? Keep moving. Even though we might look static into the pose, internally, your body is breathing, your muscles are moving. There's tons of things that are going on inside of you. Your juices of the body are being squeezed and triggered. Your entire fascia tissue is actually being benefited. The flow of oxygen inside your body. So there is not a holding tight and immobile position. It is a constant dynamic movement. Your abdomen, your diaphragm moves. One more time. Take a long, deep deep final breath in. And as the body exhales, feel how far does this side benefit opposite to the other, and use your hands to come slowly back upright. And you observe your body slowly coming very gently in, and feel that your right foot stays again as comfortable as it needs to. And then your right hand switches gently towards the right thigh, towards the left ankle, foot, knee, thigh, hip, and your left arm moves behind to give you pivoting rotation through your torso, and your torso moves away. You can feel how your body is engaging and twisting, and your quad muscles are opening, and your abdomen is opening, and your body turns in that direction. And find your belly, your shoulders. Instead of leaning forward, you want to open the chest. You want to drive the movement through the left pecs, to the left shoulder, away from that right thigh. And maybe your right hand comes slowly higher on the hip, on the waist, maybe on the left shoulder, maybe on the back of the head, maybe above the head, and you can feel your body just reaching, as if your body is just extending away from that right thigh. And so what are the muscles? Not pinching, not numbing the area, right? There's no pinching of nerves. There's not disconnection into your body. Is the opposite, right? Yoga is about connecting. What does it feel most appropriate? And sometimes we want to do farther, thinking that is better for the body, and we just end up just making the body really uncomfortable and retracting, rather than going in a lesser intensity that is more beneficial, and where you feel a deeper muscle, that you can give the chance for your body to adjust, your fascia, the connective tissue, in every muscle fiber, your nervous system to connect one more time. Can you really utilize the maximization of your breath to expand and open? As the body exhales, anchor your tummy, the entire core, and then raise, inhaling gently back to center, and let your body exhale slowly. Your left hand reaching away to the left side of your body, so your right knee easily, without any tension, is able to move slowly forward. And then your left knee lifts up as you inhale and extend both legs out, and you breathe in. And your legs this time together flex, so your heels are in towards the glute area, and your toes are slightly wider than your heels, so your inner thighs are broad, and your hands or fists come gently next to your pelvic area. Shoulders a roll back. So either knuckles, fist, palms of hands, tip of the fingers roll, so your shoulders are drawn, your hips are on the ground as much as possible, or maybe slightly lifted. So you're on the soles of your feet, and my hips are just slightly lifted off the ground, almost barely touching. As long as my heels are firm, I'm not grasping or shifting the weight on my toes, and my chest raises towards the sky, and my head looks up towards the sky, and I can feel my chin extending away from my throat. So I now arch my spine, not to compress it, not to put pressure into your vertebrae column, but to allow your entire front of the body to reach and lengthen. One more time, breathe in lightly into your hips, into your thighs, and then your last long inhalation happens to extend deeply. Exhale, let your head really just drop behind, so your shoulder blades hug the cervical spine. Raise the head and allow your hips to come a little bit deeper to the ground. And maybe this time, and again, some of us have difficulty on our knees, and it's never forceful. Allow your hands to walk a little bit closer to your glutes, and maybe one hand comes forward, the opposite hand comes forward, and we are able to place the weight of your body on the balls of your toes while the heels are closer. So your knees and toes are always in the same direction, never forcing your joints, raising your hips if your knees are not able to stay tight towards the calves and hamstrings. When your body's ready, maybe the exhalation is slowly emptying through this position, and your body weight shifts forward as if your hands are receiving all the weight, and you're pressing the root of your fingers, not the heel of the hands, and your heels come tall. And again, your knees tightened outside the shoulders, outside the elbows, outside the triceps, and your body shifts slowly to your hands. And maybe your toes are able to slowly come into crow position off the ground, and you can shift your toes. Not mandatory, it's never forceful. Find your balance, breathe in, observe that your knees and legs are holding the outside of your arms, and your feet are slowly coming off the ground. What does it feel like to find your balance? One more time, breath in. Exhale and release kindly from this position. Allow your hips to raise. Let your toes slowly look parallel towards each other when your legs and softly your torso raises gently off the ground and your hands reach towards the toes, towards the ankles, towards your legs. Breathe in. When your body is ready, exhale all the way through and allow your spine to round, to slowly move and shift up towards the sky, that your torso is slowly upright. Breath in. Exhale all the way through. Find that your right hand comes towards your waist, as if your thumb is coming gently towards the crest or the edge of that bone of the hip, right? It's called your ilium. And let your index and thumb really hold that position. And your thumb comes as close as it's allowed by your joints towards the connection of your ilium to your vertebrae column. And your body settles, your heels. It's not just hugging into that waist area, it's settling that right side. The elbow and shoulder drop away from the ear. The left arm comes slowly forward in front of your body and up towards the sky. So the arm extends on the left, your glutes and calf muscles, thighs are active, your heels are strong, your toes are light, you move them, you're able to fan your toes softly off the ground, you're connected to your thighs and open the spine. Reach back through your left hand and hold towards the sky without twisting. Find that you're anchoring through the right arm, that your abdomen opens. Again, the abdominal muscles, we want to extend them. Your chest muscles, you want to extend them. As you're doing it externally into the muscles outside your body, you're doing it also internally into the muscles inside the lining of your torso and abdomen. Raise when your body is ready to inhale and reach. And then bend the left elbow forward. If your left hand is coming towards your thighs, towards your knees, towards the ground, exhale slowly, reach with that left hand towards the leg, towards the toes, towards the ground, allowing the right elbow to stay tall, the right shoulder to be lengthened towards the sky, breathing in. And when and if your body is ready, with your left hand as close to the floor, your knees as bent as needed, you're going to allow the right leg to step back. So your toes on the right foot touch the space behind you, or maybe raise off the ground. And maybe your left hand stays just under the shoulder and your right hip raises towards the sky and your right hand still in the waist and the hip, the same as before. Or maybe your left hand comes towards the ceiling and opens just above the shoulder. Rather than behind, it's not an overextension, it's just an opening. And feel that your body aligns and your jaw looks towards the ground, towards the chest, towards the right hand. Observe your inner thighs. Breathe in. And exhale, find your abdomen, raise that right leg a little bit taller. Doesn't mean that you're locking your left knee. Soften your left knee, press on the heel of the left foot, press on the ball of the big toe, press on the pinky toe, and let your body open through your chest. Allow with intention to extend your torso. And when your body exhales, let your right hand come towards the waist if it's off the waist, and exhale your right leg next to your left one as your body is able to exhale, and breathe in. Bend your knees and raise your left arm forward in front of your body, raising the torso, standing perfectly upright. Deep, deep breath, long extension. Exhale all the way through, and then kindly allow your body to simply reach out towards the right side. So your left arm comes over the head, your hips press gently towards the left hip, your right shoulder drops, the right elbow is wide and behind the body, and your left arm, without twisting, it's not a twist of the torso, is your left arm to move over your head as you're just reaching towards the right side of your body. Look towards the right side with your head, towards the chest, in a neutral position, towards your left underarm to added intensity, and open all the tissue from the waist, the external muscles. If you feel your muscles extending, your skin is moving, you're adding, again, flexibility to those tissues, not only externally, but also internally. Imagine that the same thing happens in your muscles inside the entire abdominal cavity, inside your ribs. One more time, feel your body exhale, deeply breathe out. And then raise as you're inhaling back to center. Release the left arm slowly towards the side of your hips. Inhale, kindly move your hands behind your glutes, behind your hamstrings, behind the calves, round your body forward as you breathe out, as if your hands were coming slowly towards the ground and your palms and hands touch gently. Do not lock the elbows. The elbows are not overextended. Bend the elbows. If the elbows are not able to bend, you're putting pressure on the shoulders. Find your jaw drawn in, crown as it extends. Press the heels to the ground and fan your toes. As you already know, to stand with your heels about 2 or 3 inches away from each other, your tummy tucks, and feel that your body folds completely. Find those muscles stretching, raising your glutes with intention. We slowly start feeling the body now, or connecting to those muscles more deeply, so you're able to maybe in a very millimetrical way raise the tailbone and engage the glutes and flex your thighs and feel that intentionally the tailbone lengthens away from the crown when your body's ready to exhale. You can feel the abdomen really supporting the lungs. Bend your knees. As you inhale and exhale, your hands climb up to your thighs, legs, until your body rounds up into standing position and you feel your body aligned and tall and extended. Pressing your heels, breathe out. Bring slowly your left arm to come all the way up towards the sky and around until you place it slowly towards the hip into that iliac crest. And find that your thumb settles very close to your vertebrae and your index wraps around the waist. And you let your right hand slowly come gently forward towards the sky without twisting your torso. Allow your heels of your feet, your glutes, your calves, your thighs to engage and raise your body. Squeeze the glutes, open the abdomen. Can you feel how you're extending the front of your body? That the underarm, that the space between the ribs, that your abdominal muscles, especially the right side, right? Those muscles that connect your abdominis rectus. They are a series of muscles that connect from the breastbone area, from that chest plate, into your pubic bone, right? The infamous 12th pack for some of us. Ha. Breath in slowly, squeeze the glutes. Find your body to exhale. Feel that you're really extending and opening. Allow the glute muscles, again, to hold and support the hips. Let your last 2 breaths. Observe very kindly when your body is ready. Take a long, deep breath in. Soften your knees as you exhale, engage your glutes and raise your right side, tall towards the sky. And then let your right hand come slowly forward towards the ground. Again, your left hand remains on the hip, your shoulder and elbow shifted back. Your hand comes towards the leg, towards the foot. Bend your knees to place it on the ground. Exhale and support. What does it feel like to fold gently forward? It doesn't matter how flexed your knees are. Are your fists, or is your fist on the right hand? Are your fingers on the right side touching the ground? Is your entire palm hand touching the floor? Not that one is better than the other. Can you let your right foot steady by maybe softening the knees and finding stability? Your right hand is just slightly wider than the right foot. Your left leg lifts and touches the ground and then holds it until your body finds balance. And you adjust the position of that right hand, of the right foot, the left leg, and then inhale, raise. And you raise your left hip, the left leg, the toes point, flex your toes, press out your heel, your head looks towards the ground, towards the chest, towards the left shoulder, and you breathe in. And your abdomen supports. One more time, find the extension. Imagine I'm going to touch you from your ankle and raise your leg a little bit taller. What is the right leg doing? Is your right leg strong? Is your left shoulder as tall as it needs to be? Are you looking towards the ground? Are you looking towards the left side of your mat? Or are you looking towards the sky with your chest more than your head? Find your last 2 breaths. Can you feel the strength building into the glute muscles? Can you activate that left leg in your last breath? Deeper and longer and taller. And as your body exhales, release that left leg slowly towards the ground. Breathe slowly out. Allow your knees to soften. Inhale, bring your arm out on the right side and up towards the sky. Raise, 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 raise. And then reach over your head as your body leans towards the left side of your body. Your glute muscles are supported. You're not twisting your torso. You're directing the body onto the left, and the left hand presses on the outside of the left hip to really exaggerate the extension. Again, exaggerate meaning you can feel it, you are connected, not that you're overdoing. And observe that the right underarm, the latissimus dorsi muscles, the intercostal muscles, the serratus muscles that support gently all the structure in the underarm and chest. Find your head and neck. Feel that your fingers move broadly, that you're engaging your glutes, so you're squaring your hips. One more time, breathe. Is your abdomen, can you move? It's not much your head, but is the entire extension, the distance between your underarm and the hip area as your body exhales all the way out. Breathe completely through this pose, raise towards the sky as you're inhale. And then release slowly your right hand. Very nice. Breath in. Allow both arms to come slowly forward in front of your body towards the sky. Raise both arms and shoulders, and then fold very gently forward. As if your hands are coming towards your thighs, towards your knees. Maybe your knees bend, so your hands reach closer towards your ankles, toes, and ground. And you look slowly towards the space between your ankles, knees, thighs, and your hands may reach behind your glutes, behind the hamstrings, behind the knees, behind the calves, behind the heels, and your back rounds and slowly softens. You're not pushing, you're not overextending, you're pressing through your heels. Can you find your body bowing completely? That your every movement, the root of your back, the abdomen support, that your neck is letting go, that your shoulders are wide enough. Can you find the glute muscles really tilting a little bit higher as if you're just gaining control? And so what is the deepest attention that you can go to? That one spot in your body that you can feel connected to. When the body is ready, exhale all the way through, and then inhale, walk your hands very, very gently. Give your time for all the muscles that you have worked with to come back to center, to realign, to observe. Breath in. Again, toes closer than your heels. Engage and align your toes. You might want to even choose to look at your feet and your kneecaps and your legs. Allow your feet to be settled from the heels, starting and ending into the extension of your toes forward to extend the sole of it, feet to the yoga mat. And maybe your body is ready to open the arms wide towards the sky, reaching tall towards the ceiling. Maybe this is as far as your body is going to go, and that's perfect. Or maybe your arms and torso slowly lean behind, and you cannot compress the spine, but open the front of your body. Can you feel what it feels like to open the front? Can you feel how it is important to hold onto your glutes and let your glutes really press your hips forward and open the hip flexors on your chest and abdomen open? One more time. Feel your head, feel your neck long. Let your last long deep breath in. And your body really anchors through your feet and reach behind and then come up towards the sky. Breath in, fold all the way forward. One last time. Hands behind the glutes, hamstrings, knees, calves, ankles. Not forceful, just simply holding. Elbows bent, as you already know. Shoulders away from your ears. Breathe gently and adjust. So what does it feel like to adjust your body? As if your forehead were about to gently touch the space between your shins or directly on your shins. Not because that's the perfect position or is that the aim, but is just as a point of reference to observe your body moving, not because you're pinching through your shoulders. You're not overextending the neck area. Observe, pay attention, let go, play with your body for a second. Feel what it feels like to finally fold. That you're surrendering with your last breath out, to feel that your body really opens all those deep muscles, even the sitting muscles. Inhale. And as your body exhales, start letting go. Slowly, hands and arms and shoulders on any pressure, and walk your hands up your knees, up your thighs, and you raise very gently into upright position, and your body exhales. Find your hands turning forward as the palms of hands face to the front of your body and your thumbs look out to the outside of your body, and your arms raise just chest height or shoulder height at most, and the palms of hands open towards the sky, and you breathe in and your body exhales, and you can slowly open your heart and feel that you're extending from the center of your chest out through the muscles that connect and insert into the center of your breastbone area. So there's 3 sections of your chest muscles, of your pectoral muscles, that connect through your shoulders. So as your shoulders open up, you're going to feel the superior, middle, and lower pec muscles to really move internally. You're holding the heart open. What does it feel to support through your glutes? Last long, deep breath in. Exhale, really open your heart, throat and head behind. Come up, inhale towards the sky, and let your body exhale slowly. Hands, just your arms and slowly in front of your body until the body stands in perfectly upright position. Inhale for a second, check your posture, check the position of your body when your body is ready. Allow your hands to slowly raise towards the sky. Full extension, full Hastasana pose. Hold it, press your heels, engage your thighs, as you already know. Create length in height, and then slowly tilt your hips back, bend your elbows, and then what is called as swan diving. So feel that your body just dives gracefully forward like a swan towards the toes, towards your feet, and your body exhales with the tallest finger in the ground with your knees never locked or overextended. Raise your chest as if your chest comes farthest away from your thighs. And you're creating as high position of the chest from the ground as possible. And we tend to look up and move the chin up and tighten the neck. So I invite you to slowly draw the chin in and drive the chest area away from the waist. So what does it feel like for your abdominis rectus? You know now what we're feeling. How does it feel, the abdominis rectus, that 12 pack, to activate and move the chest forward? And your abdomen support is not the back doing the work. One last time, light through your neck and shoulders, not elbows, not wrists, not shoulders. Inhale. And then exhale, slowly soften into full forward bend position. Allow your hands, fingers touch the ground. Look slowly towards your toes, in between your knees and thighs, towards your belly button area. Deep breath. When your body's ready, walk your feet all the way towards the back of your yoga mat into yoga push-up position. So that means the heels above the toes, your body aligned, shoulders above the palms of the hands, the elbows soften, crease of the elbows, as you know, looking towards each other. Your hips are not raised, the hips are not sunk. Find your shoulders wide outside the chest. Index and thumb are connected to the ground by flexing them gently. Your pinky is wide and connected. One more time, take a deep breath in. When your body's ready, exhale all the way through. Raise your hips a little bit and then bend your knees. Let your thighs and hips slowly touch the floor. Let your body slowly towards the ground. Exhale kindly. Allow your toenails to stretch away from your body. Elbows, as you know, shift away from the ears. Chin, nose, or forehead into your yoga mat. One more time, breath in as your body exhales slowly into Bhujangasana pose. Again, is your cobra pose. Slowly engage your glutes, slowly engage your back. Press your hands very, very timidly towards the ground while the elbows shift back, the shoulders shift away from the ears. When your body's ready, take a deep breath, engage and raise. Press your hands slowly without raising the hips. The hips remain on the ground. Just simply squeeze kindly through your glutes. One more time, breathe in. Adjust your hands, adjust your elbows. Deep breath in, exhale, and then slowly soften your abdomen and chest towards the ground as you breathe out, flexing the toes. Hold it. Align your spine. Create muscle memory as your body stays. When your hands are ready, allow your body to come into down dog. You know, to raise your head, chest, abdomen, hips, thighs, knees off the ground, and walk your feet softly forward until you feel that you have the perfect distance between your feet from left to right. That usually is about 2 fists or hip distance from each other. And your toes and heels are exactly aligned forward, and the heels of your feet touch the ground, and your knees are never locked. And you know to adjust your hands, move from left to right your body, move your hips from left to right to loosen up the torso, to loosen up the shoulders, to loosen up the neck, and your body weight shifts without locking the knees. Your knees are as softened as they need to be away from your hands, and your body exhales. As if you're just dropping the chest closer towards your thighs and the crown of the head closer towards the floor. And your body opens the underarms. The shoulder blades shift towards each other. Your index and thumb connect to the ground. Last full breath as your body empties from the gut, from the root of the pelvic area. Inhale to really find length in the spine. As your body exhales, walk softly forward your legs. Feel that your body and hands come slowly one more time into that forward bend position. When your body adjusts into this pose, raise into that extended Uttanasana. So you're raising the chest highest off the ground, not through your back, but through your abdomen. Does that even make sense in our body? How is my abdomen engaged in raising my chest forward? Can I carry it out? Are my shoulders tight? Am I holding through my elbows? Can I allow my body weight, my heels to be firm into the ground, and my toes are wide when your last long deep breath comes into your spine? Release and exhale slowly forward and down towards the ground. Fingers and hands touch gently into full Uttanasana. Surrender. Bow intentionally to this position when your body is ready. Your knees soften and raise your body towards the sky, as if you're coming gently towards the ceiling, as you're raising your energy, raising your body towards the entire sky. Exhale, press your feet heels, soften your toes. One more time, raise your body and let your arms come gently towards the sides of the hips. Exhale, exhale. One inhalation to standing pose. Exhale all the way through. Again, imagine that you're looking with your mind's eye towards the sun as it sets, and that many times that is set is representative of the eye of God, right? The energy of God that is just looking and bathing and just contributing to everybody in the same way. That light of the sun doesn't choose anything; it just invades and surpasses every place and every corner. Can you let your body exhale through your arms and shoulders, and then open your heart as your arms extend towards the sky into full Hastasana position. Hold it as you exhale through your heels. Open your toes one more time. Feel the length of your breath, raising your body, and then use your body as a temple to bow. That's eye of God slowly towards the thighs, towards your legs, towards your toes, towards the ground. Inhale through your tailbone. And then again, surrender deeply as you bow completely to this pose. Raise with your abdomen, the chest forward on your tallest finger. And if your hands are facing towards each other because your body is rotating those hands again with the palms towards its center, find this extension one last time, shifting towards the heels of your feet. When your body's ready, bend your knees and let your hands come slowly towards the ground, deeper and profound, sustainable. With your arm strength, walk your legs gently behind into plank pose. And you breathe into this pose. Allow your body this time to feel, again, the strength, that your shoulders are not below the chest. Your shoulders are exactly outside the chest. So your pectoral muscles engage and your glute muscles are not raised or dropped. One more time. Breathe in. Bend the elbows a little bit into, again, that Chaturanga Dandasana position. Exhale, holding breath in. When your body's ready, allow your hips to shift a little bit and slide slowly forward. Chin and chest and thighs and knees and toes to the ground. Inhale, holding. As your body exhales, raise into full Bhujangasana. Breathe in. Hands and arms adjust to raise your chest. Squeeze the glutes. Breath in. Shoulders are drawn away from the ears. One more time. Feel that your body lengthens, not pinching, not forcing. And then exhale slowly down towards the ground as if your toes are flexing at the same time that your chest comes to the floor. Hold it. Deep breath. Use the strength of your triceps. Come into down dog from the head all the way towards your knees. Inhale slowly and gradually and walk your feet in that perfect distance between them, 2 fists or hip apart. Move your tailbone from left to right. Soften the weight from the hands and shift it into your feet, into your glutes, as your chest sinks in between your shoulders. Last long exhalation. Can you feel the body stretching through your calves and hamstrings? We're going to stay here. 2 more breaths. Inhale, inhale. Commit to your body to feel the extension. Beautiful. Move your spine. Even as you're in this position, can you allow your calves to extend by contracting your shins, never locking your knees in your final deep breath in? Allow your head to slowly sink closer towards the ground and walk your feet slowly forward. It doesn't matter how fast, until your body slowly comes into Uttanasana, find your Uttanasana position, and then raise into extending that Uttanasana, that your chest comes farthest of your thighs. It's not through your head, it's not through your neck, it's through your abdominal cavity. Engage your glutes and engage the hips. One more time, your weight of your body shifts towards your heels in your last long deep breath in. Slowly flow gently forward and down towards the ground into full Uttanasana, and really feel your full Uttanasana, and find that your hips are raised, that your hamstrings are opening, that your body exhales. Where does it feel in your hips, knees, ankles, in your back, in your shoulders? Exhale deepest, all the way out. Breathe out and raise your body. One more time. Your heart races, your arms walk through your legs or extend wide and raise into Hastasana position towards the sky. And feel the range of movement. One more time. Take a full deep breath in and let your arms come around into perfect mountain pose on the sides of the hips. One more time. Observe your body to align. Observe your chest. Find your last long, deep breath into this position, not to rush, but to feel your own rhythm as if you were dancing. Raise your arms gracefully towards the sky into Hastasana pose. As you exhale, bend forward into Uttanasana position, exhaling deeply through your nose. Extended Uttanasana as you inhale your heart forward. Walk your feet towards the back as you exhale again, dancing pose, elbows bend in as you're inhaling. Allow your body to raise your hips and exhale slowly flat into complete Bhujangasana. Raising your chest, exhale, holding, stretching your toes, come back into gently down dog, raising your hips slowly up. Soles of your feet through 5 breaths into the ground, adjusting, walking your dog, right? Finding what is the most comfortable. Am I locking my knees? Am I softening? Am I moving my hips from left to right? Can I feel the movement of my shoulders and I'm not stuck into the position? Can I find the crown? Can I find my chest sinking towards my thighs? Last long deep breath. Can I find the exhalation that your body breathes all the way out, and maybe my feet are able to slowly walk forward into complete extended Uttanasana, all the way to that raising of the chest because of your abdomen, and then your body exhales, move into your thighs, into full folding pose, exhaling, 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 come back into full inhalation towards the sky, into Hastasana, raise, 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 all the way towards the sky. Open the body, exhale your arms slowly towards the sides of your hips, hold through one complete breath. So observe the inhalation coming in, rest through the soles of your feet into the ground. Again, as if you're just dancing in salutation or greeting the sun or the eye of God. Forward bend, exhale, exhale slowly, swan diving forward, extended Uttanasana as you breathing in. Plank position as you're exhaling, walking your feet back. Again, yogic push-up, breathing in, up dog as you exhale. Your own pacing, not rushing. Think about what you're doing with the energy of your body. Down dog as you're inhaling, racing. And we're going to hold it for 5 breaths. Inhale, second breath in. Adjust your hands. Exhale, sink all the things. Again, distribute the weight of your body as you're breathing in through all the legs and arms. Exhale, exhale. Last 2 breaths. Observe your body. Exhale, exhale. Index and thumb are really important. We tend to press only the pinky side of your hands. Balance. As your body exhale, walk your feet, inhaling to extended Uttanasana. As long as it takes you to come all the way into extended Uttanasana. Forward bend, exhale, exhale towards the ground. Find your body holding, inhale slowly, all the way towards the sky. Raise, raise, raise your body into full Hastasana, breath in. And then exhale your arms towards the sides of your body slowly. One last time. Feel your arms coming wide and tall towards the sky. Again, salute to the sun, forward bend or Surya Namaskar, and let your body forward. Extend your heart and chest forward as you breathe in. Plank position, not rushing, consciously moving back. Inhale, yogic push-up. Up dog as you exhale, softly exhale, exhale. Down dog, raise your tailbone and soles of your feet into the ground, staying for 5 breaths. Inhale, inhale. Abdomen exhales, very nice.
third breath. Inhaling, adjusting, finding the balance between hands and feet. Last, fourth, or almost next to last. Exhale your tummy, your final deep breath. Can you feel your body, tailbone, arms, hands? Exhaling, exhaling, and walking your feet forward as you breathe in. Extended Uttanasana. Feel your body raise your chest. And then exhale forward, all the way into full forward bend. Come up as you inhale towards the sky. Inhale kindly towards the ceiling. And then exhale your hands just right next to your hips. Slow motion, breath in. Let your body exhale. Standing position, observe for a few seconds. What does it feel like to have moved, to breathe, to coordinate every one of your movements with an intention, to rediscover what does it feel like to move into the body and from within the body, regardless of what may have happened in the day or may have happened through the movements themselves. Do not get stuck. Do not pay attention outwardly. Can we stay grounded? It is our practice, your practice, my practice of staying conscious. And when my body is ready and I can feel balanced equally on the right and left side of my body, when I feel balanced from the front to the back and from the back to the front, and I feel my shoulders, my hands, my scapular area, my entire abdomen, head, and neck. One more time, feeling the body tall and elongated. Exhale all the way through. Allow your left leg to open slowly towards the left side of your body as you're inhaling. At your own pace, exhale it just behind you. So your body is aligning. Your right toes and your right heel slowly draws a line into the arch of the back foot. And your body exhales through your right hand into your thigh and the left hand towards the waist or hip. And let your right hand never lock in that right knee. Your right knee is as bent as needs to be or as extended as your body allows it. And your right hand comes sliding down your toes, your foot, your shin, your knee, your thigh, or the ground. The idea is to find that your right shoulder is not in front of your body and is not behind the body. It's just directly under the chest. And the left shoulder opens exactly in the opposite direction. And I can feel my torso because my glutes and waist now are alert. Now I have connected to them, that my torso lengthens away from the waist area. My shoulders are broad. And my head looks towards the ground, towards the chest, towards the left shoulder. One more time. Can I feel my body? Exhaling, exhaling. One long, deep breath. Doesn't mean the last one, just means the paying attention. Can I now, as I stay longer without hurting, without forcing, can I feel how my muscles react when my last long deep breath now extends and opens? Allow the exhalation to soften my right knee. Exhale, bend it. And then move the torso tall up towards the sky, raising, raising. And then rotate your feet towards the back of your yoga mat. So you're pivoting over your heels. So now your left toes are looking towards the back edge of your mat. And they draw a line to land on the arch of that right foot. And my knee is never overextended. My right hand inhales into the right hip. My left comes towards the thigh, towards the lower thigh, towards the upper shin, mid shin, may sliding down as I breathe, as I go slowly into this position. Can I feel my hips engaged? Can I squeeze my glutes? Is my waist freer? Are my shoulders able to extend? Can I place my left hand closer with every breath towards the ground? Is it worth it to go lower without having to arch or bend to the left, the torso, but to lengthen? Imagine I'm going to hold you through your underarms and then raise your torso towards the left side of your body, I should say, while the glutes are holding the hips steady. And I lean towards an imaginary wall behind me. And the head looks slowly farthest away from your tailbone. And you strengthen those muscles of the midsection. And your abdomen supports. And you can feel the strength on that right glute. Can you find your belly? Are you creating enough oxygen and health through that heart that your heart doesn't have to pump 100% fast to be able to feel the benefit of that rhythm, that you're connecting, that you're invested in observing again, even to that level, the depth of your own health when your last long deep breath in happens to exhale and soften the position, your bent knee of the left side helps your torso slowly come up as you're inhaling. Gently raise your torso, bring your toes slowly forward, allow your right toes to rotate towards the front of your mat, your left leg that inhales and comes towards the front of your yoga mat. And you breathe in and you exhale, finding your body slowly into standing pose. When and if your body is ready, can allow my hands to slowly, one more time, to slowly open wide outside my shoulders. So your fingers are slowly coming towards the base of your head, towards the back of your neck, towards the base of the entire cervical spine. The elbows are very, very wide. Your thumbs help carry the skull, the entire structure of your head, a little bit taller away from your neck, so your neck lengthens and your abdomen creates activity into the waist and your glute muscle support, and you're raising your head a little bit taller because your fingers are helping that, and your elbows broaden, and you feel that your tummy is tucking in, and you lengthen the entire vertebrae in your torso. One more time, feel that your heels are grounded. Let your last long deep breath in. As your body exhales, release your hands and your shoulders and your elbows and your arms, and you allow your body to stay steady for a second. Find, is your body moving? Are you shifting back and forth? Are you swaying left and right? Can you stay steady? So what does it take for your body to feel steady through your joints? Are your feet evenly pressed? Can you notice the difference between right and left side of your body, if at all? Is there anything that you need to do about your hips, your glutes, your tummy to help, again, the positioning of those feet and the pressure of your feet into the ground, the length of your legs is balanced through the balancing of the hip bones, that your ilium on the right and the ilium of the left, that they actually shift and move, are supported. And when your body is ready, take the time, not to rush, not to think about the next thing, but to truly stay for a second. Let your final deep breath in. Allow your one favorite foot to soften that right or left knee, whichever one is that you want to flex first, and bring that leg to the side and behind, shifting the weight of your body towards that leg that you moved behind you, bending your knees, raising the back heel and placing one knee to the ground and placing yourself into the floor softly. Not because you're pushing, not because you're forcing, not because you're dropping, you're placing yourself into the ground. One more time, exhale, find your balance with that back foot, flexed toes. You're going to slowly raise up very, very kindly. Find your body coming into upright position. Exhale, holding. One more time. Breathe, breathe, breathe. This is your favorite leg. Bend your knees and place your knees slowly towards the ground. Again, gain independence and those very important balancing muscles as you descend to the ground. Bring the opposite leg behind onto the ground, the opposite knee that is. Exhale, kneeling position. Bring the opposite leg forward in front of your body. So your heel is never behind the knee, but your knee is exactly above and way below or behind the toes of the front foot. With your opposite leg or opposite toes, flex them under your heel, and then slowly, without rushing, you know exactly what it feels like from your stronger leg to raise your body into upright position and find your balance. Deep breath. Exhale. Can you find what muscles are balancing your body? Take a long inhalation and then slowly, not dropping, but really placing your knee to the ground. Beautiful. Inhale. Allow the last exhalation to exhale all the way through. We're going to come up all the way towards the sky. Find your body balanced. Exhale, exhale. Deep breath in. And finally, bring it gently towards the ground. Find strength. You're safeguarding your joints. You're learning how to move into your body. Bring your back leg or your front leg back and find that your body slowly opens your hands towards the ground. Open your knees a little bit wider than your hips, maybe as wide as your shoulders, while the big toes are touching each other. And maybe your hips come towards your heels and you can feel your body flexing. And maybe your hands stay right here, or this is too much, or maybe this is as far as your body's going to go away from the heels. For some of us, and then again, this is not a challenge, it's not a force in your body, it's about feeling your body. Maybe your hips slowly and with time and with breath come closer towards your heels. It doesn't mean that they will. It doesn't mean that that's the goal. For a few of us, the hands come slowly towards the sides of your ankles, towards the back of your toes. Do not challenge your body. It's not forcing the body. That's not the intent of the pose. Allow your own flexibility and ability to move into your body to guide you. Allow maybe for some of us, the hands to open a little bit wider and the elbows and forearms to come closer towards the ground. And maybe your hands come to slowly towards your ankles. And maybe your abdomen to be flattened and the crown of the head to slowly come behind your shoulders and head. And your chin lengthens away from your throat and chest. And your shoulder blades shrug towards each other. Wherever you are in the position, can you find that your knees are being benefited? Not tense, not forced. You're not raising your knees or shins. You're not forcing the back or neck area, that you're stretching your quads. You're breathing. Are you grinding? Are you having labor breath, or you're letting your body slowly? One more time. Let the muscles of your body reach and exhale slowly all the way through. And then kindly, one hand, if you're on the ground, one hand rotates outside the elbow, then the opposite hand, then the opposite elbow, then the hands press so the elbows raise and your body raises upright, and you slowly move forward in front of your body. It doesn't matter how close your hips are towards your heels, your body lengthens all the way in front towards the top of your mat with your fingers reaching far away from the shoulders. And that means in length as much as in width. Meaning that your arms open wider if you need more room between your shoulders, so your head comes slowly towards the ground and your hips shift gently towards the heels, and your chest and abdomen closest towards the yoga mat, and your neck lengthens. Can you find, what does it feel like, and what muscles do we find around the hips, around the thighs, around the knees, around the ankles, around the back and the shoulders and the head and the neck, that are tensing or not? Are you holding your breath, or are you continuously breathing? Everything starts with an exhalation, with allowing the body to exhale and surrender the expectation. How many times in our day can we use this tool where we are found ourselves in situations where you are expected to behave? And this is many times unconscious, and we have stopped breathing. Can we become our genuine selves, regardless of the outcome, to just present yourself exactly as you are? No expectations. Simply surrender to the moment. When the body is ready, ask, connect to your Mother Earth, to the symbol of that ever-existing eye of God in front of us, Mother Earth around us, support us. Feel again those expressions of divine love, never judging you, simply exhaling and surrendering to that embrace, to come slowly on hands and knees as you're inhaling. Inhale. Find your knees and hands to slowly come just under your shoulders and hips. And we breathe in. And maybe the body is able to slowly walk gently your legs softly behind. One arm crosses under the chest until the elbow, until your forearm, until the tricep, then rolling your hips onto the side and rolling the body completely onto the entire back area. So your back is on the floor, your shoulders are on the floor, your head is gently rested on the ground, your legs extend, the body moves close to the ground, The exhalation empties the belly, empties the shoulders, empties the head. And so, what does that mean when I say to empty a part of your body? Sometimes we think that we have to hold all the time. This idea of performance, it's truly what it is. It's a performance rather than presenting genuinely. Who expects us to be anything but exactly who you are? And if you're in an environment where you are expected to perform other than who you are, might not be the most conducive to your spiritual growth. Can I allow for a second for my body to exhale? And maybe for a gentle few seconds, I'm going to place my hands on the floor to flex the knees, to retract the heels into the glutes, to raise your legs and feet towards the sky one at a time until both legs are pointed. Flex soles of your feet towards the ceiling, the head, the shoulders, the back of the neck, flat into the ground. And I find my balance. So, what does it feel to rest the feet? Can I flex the toes, press the heels out? Is that an opportunity for my body to connect to the toes, the muscles of the ankle, the soles of your feet, the top muscles of your feet? Can I find what my tarsals are? What are my toe joints? Can I find my shins and calves working? Can I find my kneecap? Can I explore the pressure or expectation of my gut? One last long deep breath. Bend. Bend your knees, place your toes, place your feet into the ground, soften the back into the floor. Allow your feet to be at most shoulder distance from each other, not too close to the glutes, and in a one single gentle movement. We're not going to repeat it. This is the one opportunity for our body to raise the glutes, to raise the lower back as you press your feet into the ground. You shift the shoulder blades towards each other. You open the chest towards the chin, you raise the hips off the ground, and you soften the head. The head is not tense, you're not pushing through the back of the neck, you're not pushing through the head area, you're rolling the back of the shoulders deeper into your mat as if you were hiding the shoulders under your chest, and you're raising your heart center. And the rib cage flattens the abdomen, and the glutes raise the pubic bone, and you feel not your toes, not your knees, but the heels of your feet. And notice the difference when you shift your attention into the heels of your feet and your thighs and glutes rather than the shins or toe area. When the body is ready, last long session, open your heart, really drive your chest up, and then release your hands, elbows, and shoulders, and slowly settle the head, the neck, the spine, one vertebra at a time, from the shoulders towards your hips. And all we need to do is retract your thighs in towards your chest, into your belly, individually. Hand holds each knee or shin or hamstring, and you raise those legs individually while your neck relaxes, moving a little bit towards your left side. As your body exhales, just roll a little bit, not too much, because you're going to have a difficult time coming back. And then as you're inhaling, roll or rock your body softly back to center from the left side into the center of your spine, and exhale towards the opposite side and see what it feels to roll a little bit, as if you're just creating pressure, as if you're just moving and consciously and attentively moving through the back area of this right side, and return towards the center as you breathe in. One last time towards your left. Can you exhale as if you're just emptying that left lung? From the center of your back, you're squeezing, massaging all the tissue out towards the outside of your ribs. And return as you breathe in, into the center of your body. Finally, towards the right side, exhale, emptying from the center of your spine out to the corner and edges of your ribs as if you're just emptying out the body. Head rolls and come back to your center as you're inhaling. Very nice. Find your back and hips. Find your shoulders. Cross your feet over your ankles. Let your knees and shins to soften. Find your hands behind your hamstrings, outside your shins, outside your knees, outside your glutes, and press softly your back to come rocking back into sitting pose. That means your legs press against the tip of the fingers and your body soft. Do not rush it. Slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, rolls and sits upright until your body is able to slowly sit in the most comfortable position. And that means Sukhasana pose, half Padmasana position, full Padmasana position. It's completely irrelevant. It's not the form that matters. It's about the comfort of finding your place and reflecting for a few seconds on how can I, here we train to be in this moving meditation where we practice it. And where do we truly apply? Where we really do yoga is absolutely the moment we step out of our yoga mat. Yoga doesn't necessarily happen here. These are ideal circumstances many times to practice. But where we really apply it is as we walk off our yoga mat and outside your doors. That's where we find the hands internally opening and brushing towards the ground. That's where we really feel and shift and re-internalize what it feels to open the heart. And how does it feel to extend the arms around the shoulders towards the sky as I extend and round myself with that gentle energy around me that I allow in full humility that the elbows surrender the hands through the midline into my heart center into prayer pose. That moment with self, we find different experience of harmony, of truthfulness, peacefulness, and maybe a deeper sense of what it is to be a conduit of service to others, a conduit of selfless, not mine, but divine love. Dani Yoga